Tonight on America's Hope, we look at the war between Israel and Hamas, except we look at it through the eyes of Moshe Feiglin, a man who wants to be Israel's next prime minister. America's Hope starts now. From the NTD Global headquarters in New York, I'm Kelly Wright, and this is America's Hope. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we turn our attention to the war between Israel and Hamas, except we're going to look at it through the eyes of Moshe Feiglin. He's a man who aspires to be the next prime minister of Israel. Now, many of you throughout the West have no idea who he is. But for many who live in Israel, they do know the name Moshe Feiglin, and they have their own opinions about him. But tonight, we'll hear directly from Moshe Feiglin himself as he talks to me about what's happening in his homeland of Israel.
My name is Moshe Feiglin. The name is Feiglin. I'm the head of the Zehut party in Israel, who's going to run to the Knesset in the coming election. Zehut means identity. The Hebrew word for Zehut, for the English word for Zehut is identity. And I'm a writer of a few books, and I'm working a lot intellectually and politically at the same time.
Right now, Israel, as you know, is in a very difficult position. It's fighting a war for its own security and its life since October 7th. Take me back to that day, October 7th, 2023, where you were and how you responded in the wake of the atrocities that took place then.
Well, it was the holiday of Simchat Torah, so it's not a working day. And I was sitting here on my porch and drinking my coffee early in the morning, as I do every day, before I go to the synagogue to pray. And I hear from very distance the booms, like. And I realized that something going on, but I assumed it's just another round of rockets that comes from Gaza. Because I don't open the radio on Shabbat and holidays, I only heard later from other people what's happening. And at that night, I was already guarding one of the outposts over here that were afraid to be left alone. And of course, I was informed of everything that's going on. And already the day after, at the 8th of October, I realized that this new concentrate Holocaust that we got here is something that cannot be responded as a regular conflict. I realized that we, the Israelis, the Jewish nation, have a challenge here that we cannot miss. And if all we'll try to do is to go back to the 6th of October, to the same concepts of the Oslo agreements that we ran the Israeli policy before, then we're simply going to lose. And we're going to lose on the most terrible way. And I'm trying to explain that since then. And let me try to explain to you, Kelly, what I mean, okay? The whole process of redemption that the Jewish nation is going through in the last 100, 150 years, that the Jews are coming back to their homeland after 2,000 years of exile, exactly as it says in our Torah, in our Bible, as it was promised by our prophets, okay? It's a process of redemption, of message of freedom under the wings of God for the entire humanity. This is what it is. That was the reason why we got the Balfour Declaration after World War I. The British Empire that ruled the whole world after World War I, that won the war, the Great War, realized that the 19th century, the Enlightenment time, the concept that the man can bring freedom and happiness to itself without God, okay? With the Industrial Revolution, with the concept of separation between the existence of God and the geopolitic world and so on. And we can, by ourselves, take over and bring redemption for the world, for humanity, and through the goodness of mankind and so on. All these dreams disappeared in the ashes of the Great War, in the battlefields in Europe, in poison gases, with machine guns. I mean, this industrial revolution brought only bloodshed, not life, to the world. The greatest war ever until then. And these believers in London, Lord Balfour was a very believing man, and not only him, the people around him, said to themselves, maybe when the people of Israel, when the Jews will go back to the promised land, and the voice of the prophets will be, and the language of the prophets will be heard again from the hills of Judea, a new message of peace and freedom and under the wings of God, of belief for the entire world will be radiate from Zion. That was the concept or the energies that got us the Balfour Declaration and later on the State of Israel. Unfortunately, those energy did not hold for long, and concept of and the old concepts of atheism, the old concept of socialism, of communism took over, and the Jews themselves got an inner conflict between these two concepts, the belief concept and the secular concept in the Israeli society. And we understand what is leading the Israeli politics, which concept is leading the Israeli politics and the major forces in the Israeli society. However, when that attack came at the 7th of October, I realized that the whole world is amazed and waiting to see how the Jews will react at that moment.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this episode so far of America's Hope. If you'd like to see it in its entirety, just click on the link below. Thanks for watching.